We're at the Veracruz conservation area, as you can probably tell by the sign. You can see the little campsites, and then Hunter Creek is about 100 feet that way. But it looked like a cool place to start the video. We're going to go look at a really cool tract with direct frontage on Bryant Creek. And it's obviously very close to the Veracruz conservation area, which has two kind of campsite areas. That was one of them. It's right on Hunter Creek, and it has about half a dozen little campsites. It's got public bathrooms. You don't need to get a permit or a reservation or anything. You just show up and camp there. Okay, so we're coming to the end of AB Highway. We're still in the conservation area. If we go right, we'll go to the other campsite area on Bryant Creek, but we're going to go left, and we'll go directly over Hunter Creek, and in just a moment we'll be at the property. So this is the bridge over Hunter Creek. It's looking back up toward the camping area. And then as we look down the creek, you can actually see Bryant Creek about 300 feet off in the distance, and where the Bryant Creek meets Hunter Creek, there's a really cool kind of a sandy beach area. It's a fun spot to hang out. We're going to keep going east for about a quarter mile, and then we'll see the property on the right. Gorgeous, gorgeous property, direct frontage on Bryant Creek. If you're familiar with the Ozarks, then you're familiar with Bryant Creek. Really popular creek for fishing, for floating. Just a beautiful, beautiful creek. You can Google Bryant Creek if you want to check it out. Here's a good landmark, this old stone barn. I guess that used to be the general store and possibly the post office, I was told. I mean, this area has a ton of history. We've got this open meadow to the right. This was the site of the original county seat, Veracruz. And then it got moved to Ava, which is where the current county seat is. But this whole area is packed with history that we've been finding out as we've been doing this project out here. So here the county road goes up to the left, and you'll see this old red barn. That means we're at the property. It's on the right. There you can see the approach into the field. The guys were just out here working earlier today. They opened up this nice approach. So now we're looking south. We're on the actual property. Gorgeous open meadow up here. Beautiful, lush, grassy meadow. And they're looking north at the new approach and the barn across on the other side of the county road. So the county road borders the whole north side of the property. You've got good access. And then you've got this large open meadow here. And this is really nice grassy ground here. So on this property, like just about any property adjacent to a major river or creek, this open field is going to be within the 100-year flood zone. We just had an enormous flood about 3 months ago. In fact, they called it the 300 or 500-year flood. And the water, I'd say that I wasn't out here during the flood, but I talked to a neighbor, and he said that although it wasn't like this field was under, 6 feet of water, he said there was water flowing through this field. So you'll want to keep that in mind. If you're building any kind of valuable structure here, you definitely want to elevate it. And with that, I'll say that if you're building a structure that you have a mortgage on, your bank will require flood insurance. So you'll want to figure that into your cost if you're building a large cabin or a home and you plan on getting a mortgage. There are no building permits required out here because there's no zoning in rural Douglas County, so you definitely can build. But we just want you to be aware that water has been up in this field. Beautiful open field. It's gorgeous. Now, here's another one of the huge bonuses. There is a power line directly on the property. So power's here. You don't have to mess with that at all. Phone would be at the county road. Now we're going to transition into the wooded area. We're only about 150 feet from the creek. I've never actually driven this, but it looks pretty good. I wouldn't do this in a car, by the way. I'm in a truck today. It's a little steep. There we go. This could be widened out. The guys always try to make, they try to leave as much timber as possible. And that's what they did with this trail. I can see the creek there. I'm not sure how far I can go here. Let's check it out. Well, there's the creek, so. So apparently you can drive right to the creek. I wouldn't have gone much farther and been okay. Oh, that is gorgeous. That's Bryant Creek. Super clear water. It's known for being a spring-fed creek, so the water is very clear. I can actually see the fish down in there. Oh, that's awesome. Okay, we'll get back to that in a moment. I want to show this part of the site as well, because we basically just drove over enormous sand dunes. I don't know if the video picks this up or not, but this is pure sand, which is pretty darn unusual in the Ozarks. Look at that. This whole area, if this were raked out, it would look just like a beach. This is all pure sand out here. Stunning. I mean, this is fantastic. This could be a volleyball court. As you get closer to the field, it's a mixture of sand and it looks like black dirt. But this whole part here, it's hard to tell because the grass has grown up, but this is all pure sand. I mean, this is like a beach. This is awesome. So rare to ever find a property like this. We've had one or two other properties. We've never had other tracts on the Bryant Creek other than this project. You just can't find them. But we had a couple tracts on the North Fork River 10 or 15 years ago. And one or two of them had this sandy area. And the guys raked it out and actually made a volleyball court. It was like it looked like a commercial volleyball court where someone had literally hauled in thousands of dollars worth of pure sand. And you could do that same thing on this one. Let's take a look at the water. Oh, that's gorgeous. Wow. There's a school of fish right down there. So we are probably 6 feet above the water. But again, this is a mixture of sand and black dirt. Had the guys wanted to, they could have taken the Bobcat and spent an hour and a half, 2 hours, and actually dug down and had a ramp right to the water. We decided instead to leave this natural. So there's kind of a natural walkway down to the creek here and a flat area. The water's really low right now. It's generally quite a bit higher. You can see the fish in there. Oh, this is gorgeous. This is just, I mean, in my mind, it doesn't get any better. This is fantastic. Actually, it does get slightly better because on this property, unlike most creek and river properties, you actually own both sides. So all the way across, and it keeps going on the other side. So that cool gravel bar, those trees over there, those are on the property. So if you come out here with your teenagers, they can go and set up their tent on the other side, and everybody will be a little happier at 2 in the morning. Oh, little fish just jumped. So yeah, the water's really low, but that's pretty normal this time of year. It's toward the end of the summer. If we were to keep going on that gravel road that we just came on, after about another 1/4 mile, we would have come to a bridge across Bryant Creek. And that's actually a cool place to put your canoe in. And you float down here. You can float right to the property. And then if you keep on, oh, there's a big fish. Wonder if I can get him to show up. Awesome. I have no idea what type of fish that is. And then you can keep on going, float about another 1/2 mile, and you'll get to the area where Bryant Creek meets Hunter Creek, which is gorgeous. I mentioned that. And then you keep on floating down about another 1/4 mile, and there's a big bridge over Bryant Creek, which is a good place to take out your canoe or your kayak or your tube. So we've actually been down here about a month ago, and we did that exact same float. We put in up there by the bridge. We floated down through this section and then floated to the big bridge over Bryant Creek, and we had someone else on a 4-wheeler just come down and load us up. It looks like a trout. There are trout in Bryant Creek, but I didn't know they were up this far. I don't know. Definitely a fish. Tons of fish in here. I mean, just gorgeous. I've never been to the other side. I don't know what that looks like. I plan to do a drone video here in a little bit, so that'll give me a chance to, that'll give everybody a chance to see it. Do yourself a favor and come and check this property out if you want to, if it's still available. You can go to our website at InstantAcres.com. If it's available, it will be shown as available on the website. You can call us in the office, or you can email us at sales@InstantAcres.com, and we'd be happy to talk to you about this property or any other property. We do get unbelievable properties like this from time to time. They tend to sell pretty quickly. So do feel free to call us and let us know what you're looking for, and we would love to help you out. So there's the acreage with direct frontage on Bryant Creek. Actually, both sides of the creek. Super, super cool property. InstantAcres.com. That's us.